So over a year ago, I made a video on PNC and how you can get over 50K in business funding using that bank. But guess what? It's 2025 now and things have definitely changed in banking, and also PNC has made some major changes to their underwriting criteria. In this video, I'm going to break down what those underwriting changes are and how you can still position yourself to get 50K plus in business funding using PNC. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. So we are on PNC's website, and one thing that hasn't changed with them is you're going to need to get a business checking account. This is really across the board. Doesn't matter what bank you're trying to apply to. For the most part, you're gonna need a business checking account. This is how most banks say to establish a relationship. You know, you hear that a lot. This is kind of what they mean by that. And usually what I tell business owners, especially for my startups that are watching this video, you don't need to get any of these crazy accounts that you see on the screen right now. Like any of these accounts that has like these, crazy fees, you don't need that. Just get the plain Jane business checking account. That's all you need. Okay. Something simple, something with the lowest fees. That's what you want. Again, especially if you're a startup. And at the making of this video, you'll see right here, you can earn $400 or up to $1,000 when you open and use a new qualifying PNC business checking account by 9/30/2025. So if you're watching the video right now, and it's not this date yet, hey, you can take advantage of this offer. Now, another thing people don't realize with PNC is you can set up these checking accounts online. You got to make sure that one, you're 18 and over, and then you got to make sure you have all your documentation. Okay, so your articles of organization, your IRS EIN letter, and then if you have multiple managing members, if you have an LLC, you want to make sure you have your operating agreement. Okay, because that, for example, if you have, let's just say 2 or 3 members in your LLC, and let's just say one person is the personal guarantor. Well, you know how banking works is you have to have anybody that's, in the business. If they have more than 25% ownership, they have to be on the application. So how you prevent that is by having, a simple operating agreement that states who has the most ownership in the company. And in this scenario, you want it to be the personal guarantor. Okay. But that's how you set up the account. And that's pretty much a simple process there. So let's kind of go ahead and get into some of their business funding options, and we're going to start with the business credit cards. All right, so at the making of this video, what you're going to want to know is PNC is pulling Experian FICO 9. Okay, so that's not FICO 8, that's not FICO 10, it's not FICO 10T, it's FICO 9. So the best way to actually get a hold of this score is by having my FICO. That's one of the things we recommend to our clients that work with us in our funding mentorship program, is to have my FICO if you want to get access to your Experian FICO 9 score. So that's what you're going to want to know, that they do pull from there. PNC is also in a lot of states. I think at this point they're almost in all 50 states. I'm not going to include Hawaii and some of these other states in that, but for the most part, they're in almost every single state now. So if you're watching this video, you probably got a PNC in your area. But let's kind of go through these business credit cards. So they got a bunch of them. All right. They got a bunch of them. But again, I'll talk to my startups first. If you are a startup, you want to maximize a 0% interest APR offer. I know you guys probably hear that term a lot. 0% interest this, 0% interest that. But it is good if you, again, especially if you're a startup, or even if you existing business, you've been in business for a while and you want to leverage that no APR period to grow and expand. It works either way. Okay. So with PNC, the PNC Visa business credit card works the best for this particular scenario because it has the longest 0% interest APR period at the making of this video, which is 13 billing cycles. Okay, so before I continue, if you're enjoying this video so far, go ahead and smash that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications so you will be notified every time I drop a new video. But with the PNC Visa business credit card, this one is a very good one. It doesn't have any rewards, but again, you're getting that 0% interest for 13 months, and then it has has no annual fee as well. Now, another good PNC Visa card is their PNC Business Visa card. Now, this one also doesn't have an annual fee, but you do get some rewards from this. You can earn 5 points for every $1 in qualifying purchases, and they have thousands of rewards like electronic gift cards, merchandise, travel, whatever that you're looking for. They got you covered. So that's one if you're looking for some rewards. I would recommend that one. Also, the PNC Travel Rewards Visa Business Credit Card. This one is good as well. You get, if you're looking for like miles for, air travel or hotel stays, you can get 1 mile for every $1 that you spend, and then you earn double miles on the first $2,500 in net purchases when you get this card, and there's no annual fee on it as well. Okay, so a couple quick data points I want to go over. So we already mentioned that Experian, FICO 902 they pull, but you're going to want to have at least a 700 plus credit score. That's really across the board for most banks these days now, especially if you don't have anything else to leverage like financials, tax returns, things of that nature. Your credit's got to be there, right? So 700 plus. Utilization under 10% is also highly recommended as well. No negative items. And when we talk about credit scores, guys, we're not talking about you just got a credit repair and you got a 700 Fugazi credit score with a whole bunch of credit builders. We're talking about having real primary accounts on that credit profile, having an average age of account of at least 3 years, I would say, is what PNC is going to be looking for. So getting back to it, we talked about the business credit cards a little bit, so let's kind of talk about the business lines of credit because they do have those as well. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. Now, business lines of credit is honestly my favorite type of funding because it's really like a hybrid between a business credit card and a term loan, right? Term loan is just a business loan. So it's revolving like a credit card. So you use it, you pay it back, you use it, you pay it back, it goes back, right? That limit never goes anywhere. But also it's liquid like a term loan. So if you get a business loan, you apply for it, you get it, they drop 50,000 or 80,000, whatever the number is in your account, and boom, you have all the money. The business line of credit works like that too because you can draw from it like that also. You can actually deposit that money directly into your business bank account. You can write a check from it, a bunch of different ways you can kind of draw from it. So that's why I like business lines of credit the most, is because of those reasons. But with that said, they're usually harder to get too, right? Because it is flexible like that. So with the small business lines of credit, I know a lot of times you see either on YouTube or on Instagram, all these people talking about, oh, Chase is giving out 250,000 or this bank is giving out 100,000, blah, blah, blah. They see all this stuff like that. No docs this, no docs that. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, you can walk into PNC right now yourself and go try to get something with no docs and see what they tell you, right? It's not going to happen in most cases, unless you got a real good relationship with the bank and, they've been seeing deposit histories or you got a lot of liquid cash with them. Other than that, guys, you're not going to walk in there and get a business line of credit, no docs. Okay, it's not going to happen. So you're going to need at least 1 year of tax returns if you're 2 years or more in business. But guys, it's actually very simple. It's not that hard. Usually all they want to see is a tax return showing top line revenue of at least 100,000 and net profit of, I'd say, at least about 30 to 40% of your top line revenue. If you can get that, a line of credit is literally yours. It is really not that hard, guys. They're not looking for nothing crazy. Okay, so that's one thing you want to know. But PNC, they have unsecured small business lines of credit. They have secured small business lines of credit. So they got you covered either way. If you want to like back the deal with some like business assets you got, maybe you have a bunch of office supplies that you can use to secure the line of credit, or maybe you have like real estate. So, whatever, right? There's a bunch of things you can use to do this. But if you want to go the secure route, I don't recommend going the secure route. I like to go the unsecure route if possible. So as you see here, guys, you have lines of credit amounts between 20,000 and 100,000. The loan application is really simple, again, especially if you go in there and you know what you're doing and you know what you're looking for. Guys, PNC will hand you the bag, I promise you, but you got to know how to approach it right. So you know, a lot of our clients in our mentorship program, they're getting 50K, 80K, 100K plus just from this one bank. And if you want to actually just skip all this guesswork that you're doing right now, and you want to just learn how we can potentially help you in our one-on-one funding mentorship program, you can click the link in the pinned comment. It'll take you to a page where you can book a call to speak with us about that. But with the unsecured small business line of credit, it's going to be, you know, some of the same similar credit criteria that we went over. The personal credit still is going to be in place, so all those things I mentioned are going to apply there. But like I said, that 1 year of tax returns, if you're able to get that, then again, all this stuff opens up, and that's how you can get these. You see these people with 100K in funding or 150K in funding, 200K in funding. You've seen some of them even on my channel from our clients. Like, that's how these people get these funding. They're not just getting it from credit card stacking. It's very hard to get those numbers strictly off of credit cards these days, guys, because again, if you don't have a relationship with the bank, or you know, you don't have financials, again, most banks aren't going to give you these 40, 50, 60K credit cards that you're going to need to get to be able to get to those numbers. Okay, so how people are getting to those numbers in 2025 and even going beyond this is you got to stack different financial business products. All right. So with this, they do have an annual fee on the line of credit of $175, and that's very common for lines of credit. Typically, they will have a business, or excuse me, they'll have an annual fee. So you can apply for this over the phone. You can apply for it in branch. I'd recommend applying in branch if I were you. But that is the line of credit in a nutshell. So they also have, they got SBA loans. You can do commercial vehicle financing with them. I will touch on the business loans as well, because they have those also. You can do secure business loans, unsecured. Again, guys, I don't recommend doing secure business loans because usually you're going to get a UCC filing and you don't want that. So I'd always recommend to try to go on the unsecured route. Same thing, guys, with the unsecured small business loan. You're going to have the credit criteria that I gave you that applies here. Also, the tax return. You're going to need at least 1 year if you're 2 years and above in business in most situations. All right. I don't want somebody in the comments come, oh, I got a no, doc. Again, guys, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's highly unlikely if you don't have any financials. All right. So same thing with the small business loan. That's what you're going to need to be able to get funding from PNC. But again, guys, you can easily see how you can stack up 50,000 or 80,000 or 100,000. So let's just say, and I'm giving you guys real numbers, what's like really doable if you go in there and you have, let's just say that 1 year tax returns plus the credit profile on the personal side is in check. You know, you can easily get between 10 and 20,000 on one of these cards right here. You can easily go to the business line of credit that we just talked about and easily get 30,000, you know, 35,000 on the line of credit. That's, you know, almost 50,000 right there. If you get a 15 or 20K credit card, it'd be over 50,000, right? So just those two products right there, that you can easily get 50,000, right? You can do it by getting multiple business credit cards. You can, you know, get 2 of those business credit cards. Maybe they give you 15K on both of those, and now you're at 30,000. Then you can add in one of these, you know. So like I said, there's multiple ways to get to the number, but the point I'm making is, guys, you want to be in a position, if you can, to like stack these products. That's how you can get more money out of the bank. It's very hard to do it with just credit cards by themselves. So you want to be in a position to try to get that. All right. Listen, if you already got a 700 plus credit score, you're tired of the guesswork, you're tired of trying to figure this out on your own, and you want to just get our help and have us build you a custom funding strategy. We have banking contacts at PNC, at a lot of these different banks that we can directly connect you to, and you don't even have to go to the branch in most situations. Okay. So if you're interested in that and want us to just build you a custom funding strategy with guaranteed results in under 30 days, go ahead and click the link in the pinned comment. going to take you to a page where you can fill out some information, and then you can book a call with us, and we'll hop on a call, analyze your business, see if it makes sense for us to work together in our funding program. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and smash that like button if you enjoyed today's content. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications so you will be notified every time I drop a new video. And if you want to learn how I got over 500K in business funding leveraging my Omni growth strategy, go ahead and click the video on the screen right now. It's going to take you to a recent video I did where I break down my entire Omni growth funding strategy and how I got over 500K in business funding, so you can literally just steal it from me in that video. So go ahead and click the video on the screen, and I'll see you in that one.